Welcome back to Folk Solo Sports Show. All right, let's get right into NFL Week 13 of 17. First up, we had the Saints winning their ninth straight game in a row, beating the Atlanta Falcons. They are now 10-2, and they look like the best team in the NFC, top three teams in the NFL. Ryan Clark thinks they are the best team, the most complete team in the NFL. I still give that to the Chiefs at number one, and I might put them over the Steelers at number two because they don't struggle at the run game like the Steelers do. Unless the Steelers pick up the running a lot, the Saints more than likely are the second best team, but the Steelers have not dropped all the way down to fifth place like Stephen A has said, okay? So we got the Saints at number two, Chiefs at one, and Steelers at three. All right, and the Falcons' season's not looking as bad as it started, even though they're 4-8. If they can somehow manage to win their last four games, the season won't look as bad as they thought it would be. Starting off, I think 0-4 or 0-5 or something like that. So they look a lot better, even though they take this loss to the Saints only by 5 points too. So which is another good look for the Falcons because they're playing a way better team. Okay. Next up, we got the Browns beating the Tennessee Titans, man. The Titans now are 8-4 after starting off 5-0. Now, I'm happy. I'm not happy the Steelers lost, but hopefully they don't go down this route of the Titans where they started off 11-0 and then we lose our last 5 games and go 11-5. That would be terrible because the Titans season has just not has have looked well ever since the Steelers beat them when they were 5-0. Think about it. They've only won 30 games since then and they lost 4. So they're in the negative still. They're 3-4 after the Steelers beat them. But the Cleveland Browns, on the other hand, are now 9-3. Man, when's the last time the Browns went 9-3? This is amazing. There was questions if Baker Mayfield can lead the Browns to a Super Bowl. I'm here to tell you he absolutely can because Baker Mayfield is a dude who doesn't give up even when he's playing bad. And he just got that attitude. He thinks he can get the job done. And when you have that, that's better than to let people get to your head. And Baker Mayfield is, really doing his thing, really did his thing in this game. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 334 yards, 25 completions out of 33 passes. And that's against the Titans. This is a winning team. This isn't a bad team. This is the top. This is the top against one of the top 8 teams in the AFC, and they're probably in the fifth best team. The Titans are probably the fifth best team in the AFC. So this is a bold statement right here by the Cleveland Browns, winning 41-35. It was a tough game, and they pulled it out 41-35. So good to the Browns, and both of these teams still looking like playoff contenders. Next up, we had the Lions handing the Bears about their I don't know what how many straight losses they got now. This is just totally ridiculous. The Bears now go to 5-7. 5-7, and they started off 4-0 or 5-0, and now they are 5-7. Something the Bears should just hang it up because if they literally go 5-11, even if they go 8-8, like it's just terrible, man. The Bears need to just, I don't know what they need to do, but It's just not looking good. It looks like they can literally go 5-11 at this point after starting off 4-0 or 5-0. I can't remember which one it was, but not a good look. And they lost that to the Lions, who were 3-3 at one point in the season, and lost about 4 or 5 games in a row. But now they're tied with records at both 5-7, 34-30. I can't believe the Bears, man. That's what is going on there. And don't try to blame that all on Nick Foles. I'm tired of hearing that. That's not all on Nick Foles, man. All right. We had the Dolphins beating the Bengals. The Bengals now fall to 2-9-1. Oh man, and that is the season for the Bengals. That's just the way it's going to go. Even with 5 more wins, they won't make it to the playoffs. Another playoff-less year for the Bengals. Even if they did make it to the playoffs, it's better that they didn't, because it would have just been about their 10th loss in the past 20 years. Every time they make it to the playoffs, they lose. I feel like it's always bad coaching when teams start to look like this. I know a couple players of every team are sitting out due to some injury or it's the virus, but the Bengals are just one of those, another organization that just have to get it together as far as coaching mixed in with the talent that they have. Then we got the Dolphins on the other hand, putting in that work, 19-7, beating on the Bengals, and once again, yeah, once again, Tua Tagovailoa started, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. This dude needs to be in the MVP debate and the Rookie of the Year. He needs to be in both. He needs to be in Rookie of the Year and MVP debate. I don't care if he hasn't thrown as many touchdowns as the other quarterbacks. Is Mahomes, is Aaron Rodgers, Brady, Roethlisberger, Drew Brees. But this guy is just doing his thing, and he just continues to prove it. So what? This is his 5th straight win now as a starter. Should have probably been his 6th because 6th or 7th, because they let Fitzpatrick play one game a couple weeks ago. He started, so Tua didn't start that game. And then the game when they pulled him out in the 4th quarter, which was ridiculous. I think the Dolphins would have came back and won that game, and Tua will be 6-0 right now in his first 6 or 7 starts. So just once again, this dude is just killing the game, man. 296 yards, 26 completions on 39 pass attempts, and this dude is just a beast, man. Just give him his props. I'm not saying that he should be bragging and be all braggadocious about it, but I don't feel like that's what he was doing when he's saying he thought the NFL would be a lot harder. And like I said, confidence, and he has that, and he has every right to, because this guy is playing a very good game every game. Every time he steps on the field. All right, so we got the Dolphins at 8-4. Dolphins at 8-4. Yep. And then we got the Jaguars versus the Vikings, losing to the Vikings, and the Vikings season is getting better and better as time goes on, just like Rob Parker said that they might catch the wild card. They are now 6-6 after losing their first 4 or 5 games, and they are now looking like playoff contenders. And the upset loss against the Dallas Cowboys is with his holding them back right now from being 7-5. If not, they would be 7-5, and they would definitely be in the wild card right now. Okay, and the Jaguars, on the other hand, having a very, very terrible season, 1-11, looking just a tad bit better than the New York Jets at this point. We don't know what's going on with the Jaguars. All right. We had the Colts versus the Texans. The Colts getting this win. The Colts now 8-4, and the Texans 4-8. The Texans had a bad season starting off, started to gain some momentum, and now it's looking like it's slipping away from them. They've been losing. All right, they've been losing again. So maybe they can pick it back up. Try to go for 8-8. Try to somehow get into the playoffs, but I don't see that happening. And the Colts keeping on the roll, still, getting wins out here and looking good. All right. We had the Las Vegas Raiders giving the Jets their 12th straight loss in a row. Their 12th straight loss in a row. It's just crazy, man. Like I said, the Jaguars aren't looking much better right now. Maybe it's all the teams that start with J at this point. Jaguars, Jets. Is there any more? Not sure. But I doubt it. But the two teams with J's are just doing terrible. All right. The Raiders 7-5, looking pretty good. Looking like wild card contenders. And like I said, watch out for the Raiders, everybody, because if the Raiders get into the playoffs, it can turn into something that nobody thought it would. They're the only team that beat the Kansas City Chiefs, which is the best team, the Super Bowl defenders in the whole NFL. They're the only team to beat them in the whole NFL. And if they get into the playoffs, they will beat Kansas City. They're going to beat Kansas City if they somehow get into the playoffs. Okay? And if they can beat Kansas City, they can beat everybody else because Kansas City is the best team. So watch out for the Raiders. Raiders at 7-5 right now. The Jets fall to 0-12, and they're on their way to a Cleveland Brown season very soon here. Just 4 games left to a Cleveland Brown season of Cleveland Brown of a couple years ago season. All right. Then we had the Giants. Man, the Giants are just proving me wrong. Shouts out to all the Giants fans, man. Y'all are doing y'all thing and just proving me wrong. Y'all getting it done, man. Won 5 games. I didn't think the Giants will win more than 3. The Giants won 5 games and are leading the NFC East right now as we speak. And then at that, they didn't beat a bad team. They beat the 4th best team in the entire NFC, which is the Seattle Seahawks, who are now 8-4. Wow, I'm surprised by the Giants, and that is just a good win, 17-12. Just Hole and Russell Wilson all night. Didn't let him, get anything, basically. Missed basically half of his passes, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and good job to the Giants, man. All right, they're in a battle right now with the Washington football team, who just beat my Steelers, who we'll talk about soon here. And the Rams beating the Cardinals. The Cardinals are looking terrible in the second half of this season. Starting off 5-1, 5-1 to 6-3 or to 6-6. This has got to be, the Cardinals. Let's see. Let's check it here. I'm pretty sure this is like their 3rd straight loss on the season. And now they got to face the Giants, who are on the roll and who want to get to the playoffs, it looks like, more than they do. So the Cardinals really need to pick it up, or they're not going to even get to the wild card like they thought they would 6 weeks ago. Okay? Now, let's see this. Yes, the Cardinals are now 1, 2, 3 game on a 3-game losing streak, and now they have to face the New York Giants, who really want to go to the playoffs. And then they got the Eagles. Then they got the 49. That's a win for the Eagles. I'll give them that. But they lose to the Giants, I think now. I was completely wrong about the Giants. I wasn't wrong about the Eli Manning. I still feel like Eli Manning would be doing a better job. But I was wrong about the record they would have. But they lose. The Cardinals will lose to the Giants, beat the Eagles. It looks like they will lose to the 49ers and lose to the Rams. So that will leave the Cardinals at 7-9 for the season after starting off 5-1. That's totally not acceptable. Not acceptable. Okay. Then we got. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. This is cutting off on me. What's going on? What is going on? Give me time. All right, right back to it. 38-28 was the win for the Rams. Then we had the Patriots completely embarrassing the Los Angeles Chargers 45-0 on the big stage. Sunday Night Football. The Patriots are now 6-6. Cam Newton, though, only 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, and just a big loss for the Chargers. I think that's the biggest loss of the entire season. Get in the comment section, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the biggest loss for any team of the whole season. 45-0. Chargers fall to 3-9. People thought they were going to be pretty good. I never thought so. And I did think that the Patriots can somehow get back into the playoffs, which they're at right now at 6-6, and I do think they will win their last 4 games also and go 10-6 and be a wild card team. And then they will be a threat to the Steelers. They will be a threat to the Steelers. They will be a threat to the Ravens, okay? So let's see what the Patriots can do. And then we had the Packers beating the Eagles 30-16, and the Packers now go 9-3. The Eagles fall to 3-8-1, and their hopes to lead the NFC East are over after that. Even if they win 4 games, 7-8-1 doesn't leave them in a good space. Okay. The Chiefs beating the Broncos 22-16. Just continue in their reign. 11-1 now. Broncos not looking good. Looked like they were trying to make a comeback for the playoffs. Not going to happen. 22-16 was the final score. And then we got my Pittsburgh Steelers taking their first terrible loss. If you didn't see my thoughts on that, go watch the video I talked about on why we lost that football game, and go listen to my video about why we need a running back after the loss to this Washington football team. They beat us 23-17 after we were up 14-0. And that says it all right there on all the work the Steelers need to do, okay? Then we had the Buffalo Bills beating the 49ers. The Bills now 9-3, 49ers 5-7. Both are playoff teams. The Bills are about the 4th best team in the entire, probably the 3rd best team now in the entire AFC. The Chiefs, Steelers, the Bills, Titans are 4th, and Browns would be 5th now. Ravens have moved all the way down to 6th place. Okay? Ravens actually have moved down to 7th place because I think the Raiders are better than them at this point. So then you got the Ravens, and then I will put the Colts in 8th for the best teams in the AFC. All right. So now you got both of those teams, playoff teams, and the Bills take that win, and they're just continue to look like a good team. Then we had the Ravens beating the Cowboys, ending also the Cowboys right along with the Eagles' playoff hopes to lead the NFC East. And the Cowboys go to 3-9, and Ravens are now 7-5. Good for the Ravens, but still just not good enough after starting off 5-1. 5-1, Lamar Jackson on this game against the Cowboys. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 12 out of 17, 107 yards. Good game, but hopefully the Ravens can get to 11-5. One of my Super Bowl predictions. I do think they will win their last 4 games. Well, their last 5 games, 5 in a row they'll win. I think they'll do it. They will pull it off because I told you if they lost to the Steelers that they would win every game. But if they all the rest of their games, but if they beat the Steelers, they would lose to the Cleveland Browns once they played them again. All right. This is Folk Solo Sports Show. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like, subscribe, and share this video if you got friends and yourself don't like going and listening to other shows. Now, this isn't to diss any other shows, but if you don't want to hear about politics, race, religion, Me Too movement, or any other that stuff out there that goes on with the players' lives or, just out in the daily world. If you don't want to hear all that and you come just to hear sports, I know some people do like to hear it, but a lot of people don't like to hear it also. So this is the channel for you. Come to this platform right here. Like, subscribe, share the video. This is Folk Solo Sports Show. I'll get back with y'all. Email me if you got any questions. If you got any sports questions, so I can make a video on it. I'll get back with y'all, man. Peace. Thanks.